stride.
Hey everyone, Cassidy here with Oakpoint Marketing. Welcome to the launch episode for Oakpoint's podcast. We are really excited to kick this off. Today's episode is going to, of course, launch the podcast, but I thought it'd be really fitting to actually discuss the launch of Oakpoint. So I'd like to take a minute and we're going to rewind to the beginning of this amazing company, and we're actually going to remember where it all began. So I hope that everyone within Oakpoint can either learn something new from this or just get a better understanding of the company. And Mick was kind enough to actually help us, and he's going to tell us that story. So I hope everyone enjoys it, and I will let Mick take it from here.
Hi, everyone. Mick Janess here, co-founder of Oakpoint. The marketing team asked me to sit down and just give a little brief background on the organization and kind of how we came to be and how we came to our name and just kind of the history of Oakpoint. And so here we go. Back in 2018, kind of made the personal decision that I wanted to launch my own group, kind of chart my own culture, create a culture that we could all be excited about, and an environment that we could all thrive and collaborate in, and that was kind of the genesis of the launch of Oakpoint. I started to kind of put pen to paper back in that time frame, and then really got serious about it at the end of 18 as we rolled into 2019. So the moment in which I made the commitment, the emotional commitment to launching Oakpoint and growing it and building it along with this amazing team that we have is on my way to my absolute favorite fly fishing stream in northern Michigan. So I'm on my way to my all-time favorite river, and I said, it's time. We're going to take the gloves off. We're going to build something special here. So I remember it vividly. I remember exactly where it was. And I was in my truck driving alone to the river and made that commitment. And here we are, a couple years later, 35 locations, 600, total employees across, 2 states. It's pretty amazing. So I get the question a lot. How did you come up with the name Oakpoint? How did you arrive at the name? Was it mean? How did it come to be? And the backdrop on the name Oakpoint, very simply, is that the city of Raleigh is packed with oak trees. And being that we're a North Carolina-based platform, we wanted to have a North Carolina themed name if we could come up with something creative and useful. We said, let's try to get creative and see if we can find a name that would be tied into our market, our relative market. So something sturdy, something that would stand the test of time, and that's the name Oakpoint, and that's how we came to be. So the city of Oaks is Raleigh, and we started playing around with the word oak and derivatives of that, and we arrived and finally settled on the name Oakpoint. And almost immediately, after arriving at that name, we secured the intellectual property behind it. It's a registered trademark with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. We're proud of that. Something that we did right out of the gate to protect our name and make sure it's secure for generations to come. So that's the background on Oakpoint and kind of how that name came to be. Hi everyone, Mick Janess here. Co-founder of Oakpoint. Just a little bit of background, a little history on the company, kind of how we came to be. We launched in 2019 officially. We kind of started to write the business plan, and let's call it late 2018. And I remember vividly, where I was when I made the emotional commitment to launch Oakpoint. I was on my way to my all-time favorite fly fishing stream in northern Michigan, and said, it's time to take the gloves off and build something special. I remember it vividly. I remember exactly where it was. And I'll never forget that moment. It was just complete passion to build a platform that we could all be super pumped and enthusiastic about, come to work every day, enjoy the people you're working with, chart a culture that would be extremely beneficial to the doctors and our clinical teams, and create a platform that we can all be excited about. That's ultimately patient-centric, focusing on the doctor, supporting the doctor, so the doctor can, of course, support the patient. So, here we are today. We have roughly 600 team members, 35 locations, 2 states that we're operating in, and we just started in 2019. So pretty impressive, and it's a testament to everybody on our team and the high level of execution that we have, across our entire team. It's remarkable, really, when you stop and think about where we were with one supported practice back in 2019, up to 35 practices now, with 600 total team members across these 35 locations. It's remarkable. And you think about the amount of patients that are processed each day, and moving through the system, and all the moving parts, and it's humbling, and it's extremely proud. I'm extremely proud of what we're building, and I just think we're just now kind of scratching the surface. I mean, we're just kind of now hitting our stride. So I'm super excited and enthusiastic for the next few years, and what that's going to hold for the organization. I see extreme growth, but at the same time being prudent and measured in that process. So not getting over our skis, being smart about who we're partnering with as doctors, and at the same time staying extremely true to our core, and staying super focused on taking care of the patient, taking care of the doctor, taking care of our clinical teams, and the rest just kind of has a way of falling into place.